Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel says the visit by governors to President Buhari was an attempt to show the president that they love him, even if they are in opposition. Well, pressed for more details, he giggled shyly and said, well, what happens in London stays in London. Yeah. In Abuja, a house belonging to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan has been burgled, allegedly by the policemen who were supposed to be guarding it. The former president issued this statement in response.
If you leave a goat and a yam or a plantain together, it's goat will eat. What you have to do if you want to make sure that the goat does not eat the yam.
Yes. Yeah, as an Ijoman, the president had to add plantain there. I was surprised he didn't add fish. All right. Now, when an old man is in a relationship or marries a young woman, very few eyebrows, if any at all, are raised. And when a Frenchman marries a woman who is old enough to be his mother, we call them Mr. and Mrs. Macron. But in our final headline this week, a 70-year-old widow, underlined widow, was recently paraded around her community and given a hefty fine of 3 goats in Ebonyi State after she was caught in bed with a 30-year-old man. She reacted by buying dozen more goats. Yeah, the journey is just beginning. Well, our culture has always supported helping widows. Let's allow adults to be adults. Don't tell an adult we have to plug and charge his phone. Well, now several reports have it that France, the UK, and other Western countries plan to ban the sale of petrol and diesel cars by 2040. Yes. The good news is not that your greedy mechanic Abiru will finally lose his job. No. The good news is that when they get rid of their petrol cars in Obodo Yibo, those millions and millions of cars will find their way here in Nigeria and we'll be happy to buy them cheap. Yes, I know we are happy because ordinary Nigerians like us suffer and save before we can afford a brand new, fairly used car that was made about 15 years ago. Let 2040 hurry up and come. Make person upgrade. But the bad news is that the ban on petrol cars will be bad market for Nigeria because oil seems to be our only export. And how is Nigeria adjusting to this reduction in global demand for oil? By pledging to search for oil and drill even more oil. So who will buy all this oil after the West moves on with renewable energy? Is it this guy? Or this other guy? Nigeria should just wake up and smell the generator fumes. This oil business will not last much longer. Besides, who oil don't really help? It has polluted the Niger Delta and corrupted our politicians and put the willingness to generate revenue from other sources in a state of permanent coma. Oil money has put several oil ministers in trouble. At least one former governor in a London prison and another former governor in a dress. In fact, Nigeria's blood pressure goes up when oil prices drop and drop when oil prices go up. No wonder the first company to find oil in Nigeria was called BP. It be like say oil don't give us love portion. Let us pray that Nigeria will be delivered from this addiction to oil. Before... Did you like the show? Just click here. Yeah, click here to subscribe. Click here. You too do shakara.